Hi everybody, Ali Akbarian, your resident road safety expert, back again for another Q&A from Mobility Engineering. And as I always say, hit that subscribe button that looks a bit like this pillow down there. We'd love your support to get to that 1,000 subscribers. So please hit that button and keep those questions coming in. All right, on to today's questions. Today's question is a baby seat focused one or a child restraint focused one. And we do get this a fair bit, particularly when it comes to traveling children or disabled people around. There are some confusions around the standards. So today, we're not talking about disability related products, we're just talking about off-the-shelf baby seat products, which are used amongst the sort of general parental cohort, but also used within the disability industry for various functions. For example, a capsule like this is used a lot for support functions within the disability industry in NDIS. Okay, so the question we have today is off-the-shelf baby seat child restraint products. What does the Australian standard sticker look like? So it has to meet Australian standard stickers, we know that, and a lot of people are aware of that, and we will explain a little bit more about how that system works in a minute. But what I want to explain is there is, I guess, from the feedback, and this is why we've got this question, there seems to be a little bit of confusion over what an Australian standard sticker looks like. So if you have a look here closely, you have a label that has 5 ticks and a red box, and it says Australian standard. Now, this has been a very long-standing company in Australia, a local company in Australia, that's been providing certification services. So because of that, a lot of people think that this is some form of government standard or some form of government approval, but it's actually not. It's just a company called SAI Global, which is a certification company that just seems to have that brand, and that's their logo. And it's just been around in Australia for so long that I think a lot of people kind of think it's something to do with the government, but it's not. So you can actually have Australian standard stickers that don't look like that have a logo of another company because the other company was the certification company. Now, in the baby seat industry, at the moment, there is only 2, and we don't have the other one here because it's very, very new and pretty rare. It's only on one particular baby seat. But you have this one with the 5 ticks, but you also have another one which has got like a little B and a little V, and it's called Bureau Veritas. And that's another a company that does certification. So what do I need to look for, and how do I resolve this confusion, I guess, if I can have different stickers and so on? So the most important thing to be aware of is the Australian standard number. And the Australian standard number for baby seats is AS1754. So not only do I have to look for those ticks, but you have to actually come in and zoom a little bit closer, and you'll see there's a 1754 there. So if you can see the 1754, you may be able to see it. Then you've got the right standard sticker. So that's what we're talking about. Check the code on the sticker. Don't just go, oh, well, there's no red ticks or there's red ticks and it's fine, because it could be red ticks, but it may not even be from this country. So we've got to be very careful. It's not a company that is the government of Australia. It is a certification body, which is a private company that happens to be an old Australian company, and that's why people think it's a government thing. So yeah, what do Australian standard stickers look like? They can look like that with the 5 ticks. They can look like something else, but it's important that they have that AS1754 code written on the sticker. All right, guys, thanks very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.